It's Rachel and John. It's another episode of Late Night. It's our last episode of 2024.
Yes.
But we're also reminding you, like, you don't have to be without us, because when you're with your families, you can watch the parade, rewatch the parade, because that's what people did in the old days.
Yeah, that's
right?
So true. And we're so excited that we did the parade yet again. If you missed it, we have it in all kinds of fun pieces, all Pittsburgh people, places, things, events, and it was really a good time. It was the first freezing day of the year. We dealt with it.
Indeed.
But the blog post that really got the attention, John, the entrepreneur of the lot. Dun, dun, dun. That sounds so very dramatic.
We love dumb criminals for the Jagoff blog. As you know, we point out Jagoffs to everybody, kind of embarrassing the rest of us Yinzers. Well, this was an entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah.
During one of the Northside football games, gentleman decided to just go to a parking lot, wear even an orange vest, and collected $50 per car.
So Northside.
Let them park in the lot that wasn't his.
I can say it because I'm from there.
And he collected over $1,000. Not the first time he's done it.
So
listen, brilliant, but probably better to use your brain power for something else other than going to the sin bin. You Jagoff.
And even though we point out Jags, we really are a term of endearment. How have you been, you Jagoff? Just like some of the guests we have today, like Bonnie DeMotte. We are so happy to welcome you because you're standing here so eloquently with a little display. We've really just sort of upscaled ourselves in the sense that you are going to show us a couple of finds because you are Second Harvest. You just encompass Second Harvest. I've heard so many great things about you because Tressa from Yinzer Good was talking about you. We've seen so many things online, our friends at the Corcoran Collective. So welcome to the show. We're so happy to have you.
Thank you for allowing me to be here. I come bearing gifts.
I see that.
This is the season.
Well, you walked in and told us you're a walking mannequin. So I don't want to give you a title other than walking mannequin, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What better way to showcase last minute holiday attire than to wear some myself?
Well, this is perfect because I'm looking for stuff for my daughter. I always find her something very cool to wear to work, and she gets compliments the rest of the year. So I need to find this place. So first of all, what is Second Harvest?
Second Harvest fundamentally is a thrift store. We're a community thrift store and so much more. So we offer everything in your household other than beds and mattresses, clothing, household goods, furniture, everything like in your home, but no beds, no mattresses.
Gotcha.
And a lot of great gift ideas. December is Shop Secondhand First month. We like to remind people.
Not know that.
Yes.
How about that?
Well, it's self-proclaimed.
Okay. We love that kind of.
Did you just make that up right now?
Last year we made it up.
Gotcha.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. Shop Secondhand First.
And so what really how long has this been around?
We opened 3.5 years ago.
Okay. Wow. Okay. And so what was the impetus? Just the fact that we needed more of this, more sustainability, more recycling, that kind of thing?
All of that. And I would say hyper locally in our town, a thrift store had closed, and it really was meeting a lot of need for access to affordable necessities.
Sure.
So big part of Sharpsburg doesn't have personal transportation. Right. So it needed to be walkable. It needed to be in town. So we're kind of, we're filling a need from the departure of a store, and then we thought we could do a 2.0, bigger, better, modern. We're unlike any other thrift store. We don't look like a thrift store. We don't smell like a thrift store. We carry a lot of what I would call boutique higher end items because of our donor base. So, part of our boutique part of our store really feels more like a Nordstrom than a thrift store.
It's fair.
That's super cool. Now, before you can resell something, you have to collect it. How do you guys do that? Do people just drop off like any other typical thrift store? How do you do that? And do you have certain filters that you put on to qualify those donations?
Yes, and yes. So we have drop-off hours. We pick up, just like the vets do, within the Fox Chapel Area School District. That's primarily what we consider our community for donations.
Okay.
So yeah, drop-off, pick up. And I would say maybe clothing-wise, only 20% of what we receive, we put out to the floor. So it's very curated. A lot of what we get just doesn't meet our quality standards. So we try to make it a really great shopping experience when you're there.
And from a needs perspective, I think it's great the way you explain it and what to expect when you get there. But your need really is more volunteering, right?
Volunteers for sure. Really, our primary need is shoppers. Dollars that you spend at the store are what keep the engine running.
So it's awareness that you
absolutely.
exist, right?
Awareness that we exist, that it's a great shopping experience. You can find great quality last-minute gifts. And really anything that you need for your home, you can purchase in a sustainable way without creating demand for new production of things.
Most Yinzers want to know, when I come there, is it convenient for me to park?
We have our own parking lot.
There you go.
That is so
See,
funny.
that's the golden ticket.
That is the
parking.
question.
Absolutely.
It is so
Right.
true.
Absolutely.
Like traditional questions, like we're proud of you for what you're doing for the community,
Right.
but we need to know, are we parking okay?
You
Yeah.
can park easily. We have our own parking lot, which is unheard of in Sharpsburg.
Yeah.
Free
it's true.
parking,
Yeah.
yes. Absolutely.
And
Easy
while
access.
you're there, you could visit a couple of breweries, right?
Couple
Sharpsburg is
breweries.
a happening place. It's not just a one-stop shop there.
Absolutely not. There's some great new restaurants. If I could give a little plug for the Brinery, their breakfast will change your life.
Wow.
about
Okay.
that?
Caddy Corner, great breweries, Red Hot Coffee's there. I mean,
Yeah,
you can't
we've
beat
been.
that.
Yeah.
I love how it's built itself, right? I mean, and it's obviously through community members like you who are making that happen, but it has been great to see how it has just sort of continued to evolve.
Absolutely. And I think Second Harvest is playing a piece in continuing affordability for
Right.
people who are already there. You know, so we want to make sure that we can make ends meet at the end of the month for people by
Yeah.
providing access to, you know, necessities that are affordable.
Please save all business attire in size 6 until I can get there next Monday.
I mean, asking for a friend.
Yeah, just
okay.
asking for a
So
friend.
what I need are some last minute teenage gifts.
I
and
got
it's
you.
like you knew.
I got you.
So
I have
what do you
5 kids, most of
Yeah.
whom are teenagers.
Oh, wow.
And these are many of the things on their list.
Okay, so Vanna White this for us.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So, my boys are really into their athleisure, and they love Lululemon. So I've probably have
Yeah.
7 pairs of Lululemon shorts that I've come across in the
Okay.
last couple weeks. We have some Christmas plaid. A
Love.
Okay.
nice Brooks Brothers
Yes.
Christmas plaid. You can't go wrong with a good Nike hoodie.
Right.
On
oh my
everyone's,
gosh. And they look
everyone's list.
pristine. Yes.
Well, by design, it's a very
Yeah.
curated. When you walk in, you don't have to sort through junk. You
I
know,
love
we
that.
smell great. We have really incredible volunteers that hand stitch these and have sewn these ornaments that are at the store. I
Wow.
brought 2
How
for
clever.
each of you.
Oh, you're
Well,
sweet.
thank you
Very
so
nice.
much.
Merry Christmas.
So where can everybody find you, follow you, all that good stuff so that they can come visit and be more aware?
Absolutely. Instagram is a great place at Second Harvest Thrift. We're also on Facebook. We're in Sharpsburg on 624 Clay Street. We're open Monday through Saturday. If you're working 9 to 5 and need some late night, Wednesday nights, we're open till 8.
Oh,
So you can
that
get
helps.
there and shop
Okay.
Thursday or Saturdays 9 to 2.
Now, it's
Okay.
very nice that you offer all these things, but one of the things we expect our guests to nicely offer is a junk drawer item.
Oh, I
And
got
do
you.
you happen
Okay.
to have one
I
of
got you.
those?
What is it? Dun, dun, dun. I swear I saw
Thanks
this
again to the
before we-
Corcoran Creative for making us
Yes,
aware. Oh, what do we
thank
have
you.
here?
In case
Oh, for
your
those
glasses
listening.
are smudged.
Oh my God, I need 7.
John
Yes,
loves
right.
those.
A lens
All right,
wipe.
listen, we love this gift, but we even love more our art scene. G-Pack, we tell you, get your art on, you Jagoff. Check it out. It's John and Rachel, and we are telling you, Pittsburgh, get your art on, you Jagoff. We even got hats for it.
Yeah, check it out.
I said beret.
For the past 10 years, Boom Concepts has been uplifting the work of marginalized artists and creatives. Help this important community hub celebrate its 10th year anniversary with a trip to the Frick Environmental Center for Collective Legacy 2. Boom Concepts' new exhibition highlighting over 50 years of black arts in the region. Big fan of photography? You're to love the work of Pittsburgh-born and raised photographer Monet Thomas, aka Majestic Moments. Her photos combine vibrant colors and surreal imagery with candid moments of everyday life. Thanks to Casey Droege Cultural Productions, her photos are now on exhibit on Saturdays from 12 to 5 at WCDC's Lore Gallery in Wilkinsburg. Over in East Liberty, you have until December 30th to see Queens and Kings, A Tale of Two Cities, an exciting dual city art exhibit celebrating the artist communities of both Charlotte and Pittsburgh. It's on view at 38A, an art gallery inside Social Status focused on arts, education, and development. And to see a wide range of our region's artistic talents, we recommend heading to Mark Renger's Gallery in Swigley. There you can see the work of 14 regional artists in the exhibition Small Works. This show has something for everyone, including a mix of oil paintings, watercolors, ceramics, glass, and more. For even more ideas, check out the Greater Pittsburgh Art Council's full list of events every week on their arts blog at pittsburghartscouncil.org.
Welcome to Fernandez. Can I take your orders?
You need a tap it?
No, we don't use this. We know how to yell the sandwich, the cook. Here we go.
Let's dig in.
It's John and Rachel. We love to dig into iconic Pittsburgh places like Permanis. So we brought our friends from People's Gas.
Please call at least 3 business days before you dig.
It doesn't matter if it's a big project or something small like a mailbox. Always call before you dig. I called. We can dig in.
So please call 811 3 business days before excavating so you don't have to call 911.
I've been thinking that Rohrich Automotive needs a new jingle.
Rohrich Automotive got the best cars around Pittsburgh.
Driving a Rohrich, I bought it at Rohrich. Picked up my new car at Rohrich Automotive. I got friends at Rohrich Automotive where the staff is nice and the dealership's loaded with brand new cars. And you can drive real far.
It's Rachel and John back to late night. And I've said this when Rachel first got on the school board about, I heard somebody once say, like, it's really important to get into local government. But I also don't understand why people get into local government.
Same.
Because it seems to be so stressful. And it's a lot of neighborhood mental anguish sometimes. So our next guest, Lydia, you are here from Connect, and you are going to tell us about even that kind of stress as far as how the communities can all work together, maybe kind of get along and have a lot less stress doing this local government.
I was the example.
Boom!
Yeah,
Ding, 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 ding. There you go. Who needs Vince
Amazing.
McMahon?
Yes.
Well, here's a fun pop quiz. Do you guys know how many municipalities there are in Allegheny County alone?
Oh.
Fun pop quiz.
Someone who put the notes together, you're fired.
It's 130.
That
means
right?
there's 130 humans who essentially have to play the role of like a mayor.
Yeah.
Right? And then about 1,000 that are serving on councils or school boards. We're not even getting into the school board thing.
Okay.
There are so many. And that is a stressful job. And it's only getting more and more stressful.
Yes.
And as you know, I think the city of Pittsburgh and the county council are the only ones that really get paid a significant stipend to do this. This is largely for the love of community, right?
Yeah.
And then you're up there and no one writes a news story when you land the plane, right?
Right.
So they're not getting any credit for how awesomely efficient and innovative they're being by joining Connect, but they are getting yelled at and screamed at in their grocery store, at their job. It's not great. I actually heard a story recently that kids got yelled at by other kids in a school
Because
based on
their parents
stuff
were
at the
politicians.
council meeting. It's not great.
yeah.
The overall sentiment of what government does is so confused now. And so not only are you doing it out of the goodness of your heart, and this is true for first responders too. I heard you were an EMT, right?
Yeah, you're
3 minutes and 20 seconds.
So all of these public officials, what we were seeing as a theme and what we do at Connect is policy innovation. We bring the governments together. We really bring the humans together, right? These are humans who say, we're a government of maybe 3,000 people and we've got 1 square mile of town, but we want to make it better, but we have 1 manager and maybe a couple of part-time staff. When are we supposed to research a new idea? When are we supposed to explore something cool that maybe sounds great when I've got a sinkhole, when I've got lights going out, when I've got a landslide.
Police costs, right?
When I've got a police union contract.
Yes, right. Yeah.
And which are wildly different all across the county.
Yeah.
Fun fact, how many police departments do you think there are?
Oh my gosh, boy.
I think it's 106. But one of them
that
might have
right?
consolidated, so I might be off.
Yes, right. And
Which yay
we
for them,
do-
whoever they
that
were.
seems to be a stressful decision in itself because it's in the news currently.
Right,
Yes.
exactly. It's tough stuff. And so what Connect does primarily is bring the member governments together as a Congress. And there's about 45 of them now who say, you know what? We can do more together if we sit down and talk about what we have in common, what problems we have in common. And then we get people who actually have time and expertise to help us solve these problems. And so a big way we do that is working with universities. We do it working with graduate students. But yeah, it's really, what's really neat about it is that it's not sort of a bunch of graduate researchers looking at a community and saying, here's what's wrong with you, let us fix it.
Right. Yeah.
It's the governments and the people who experience these problems every day saying, hey, we actually have some ideas of how to fix this. Can you now do the research to put that into action? And so we're all about putting these good ideas into action.
It's crazy to think that it's just coming to fruition now, right?
been
Is
taking-
that
15 years.
Wow.
We've been around for 15 years. But you know what? The nerds at Network Research Science say it takes 8 years at least for a network to start to become movable
But
and
what
powerful.
I'm saying is, I think people are finally starting to recognize the importance of these small sectors and these community.
I hope so.
Or blending their kingdoms, right? Because in the past,
that's a
you
big
know,
one.
this
Right.
was, I was the mayor of this town, then this is my kingdom, and I'm
Right.
very proud of it.
Yes.
I don't need them, and I don't need them. But in the meantime, there are things like Shaycog and things.
Totally. The
right?
COGs are awesome partners. What's really unique about Connect is that we bring the city of Pittsburgh to the table. So the city is an equal member with all of the neighboring municipalities. And that is actually how Connect came to be in a way that is so collaborative and isn't an 800-pound gorilla. For a long time, it was the city versus the 35 direct neighbors.
Right.
And it was really cute. Our founder, David Miller, who passed away during the pandemic of cancer, but he really saw that it has to be, the ego has to be removed from these conversations, and it can't be the city saying we're better than you, but you'd be lucky to work with us, and it can't be the municipality saying, what do you know, we read about you in the news all the time, what do you do so well?
Sure.
You know,
Right.
landing the plane, no coverage,
Right.
Exactly. So anyway, we bring them all together and they come up with awesome stuff to do. But what I was starting to notice over the pandemic and increasingly this election season was they were strung out. It's just the faces everyone looks great, just kidding.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? It just looks
Sorry,
tired.
not sorry, you don't look good. Yeah.
You look like you need a rest.
They had
and
that
I
first
can't-
time parent look.
Yes.
But forever.
Like,
Some of these folks have been
yes.
serving on their governments for 20, 30 years, and they're saying it's worse than ever. And part of that is trust. Part of that is the communication of trust. Our governments, they are self-admittedly horrible at telling their good stories. So things like this are so important. But what they also aren't great at is taking care of themselves. And they actually think, and what the sentiment they get from the public is that they shouldn't. And that they shouldn't have good healthcare coverage. They shouldn't be taking they shouldn't end their day at 5 o'clock when the borough building ends. Because you have to understand, the people who work for your governments are staying late trying so hard to keep everything great for you. And all they usually get is a lot of grief about that one thing that might or might not be true on Facebook.
Right.
And
Or
you
something that went wrong versus
then stuff does go wrong.
Yeah, of course.
Now you have an event to help everybody.
So this is a really new thing.
Yeah.
To bring the idea of well-being to government officials has been interesting. I love a cold plunge. When I brought that idea up of self-care at a meeting recently, everyone was just dying laughing at me.
Yeah, they're like, sorry, Lydia.
They're like, I'm not going to go be cold. I'm trying to relax.
Yeah.
But it's just that there's so many different ways to sort of try new things to take care of yourself. And so we want to bring, all of our government officials together with a lot of the nonprofits who support them. We also have more nonprofits than anywhere else, and a lot of them work with governments. And what they don't always realize is by working with governments, they're creating more work for governments.
Sure.
And so to kind of get a better sense of what is a government worker or an elected official's day to day. So what we're really trying to find at the symposium is a mix of government folks, nonprofits who work with them, and regular citizens who care about the government having healthy, happy people leading it, right? And so there's going to be a lot of interactive workshops on different kinds of healthcare, different kinds of professional coaching. A lot of times what goes awry in a toxic work environment is that you've had a weird interaction with somebody and it's only gotten worse over 5 years.
Sure.
And
that's how long I've been working with you. It's like you knew, Lydia.
Right.
No,
So
just
there's
kidding.
some
So you have to
coaching.
decide which one you're going to represent.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, we'd love to have you join us at Phipps on January 10th.
I was just going to say,
You should get a lot of fun sad
That's a great
points.
place,
You could
yeah.
get some really cool stories about government trauma, which could be funny and sad. I don't
Yeah.
know. Good
I mean,
TV
that's
either
our
way.
world. Yeah, right? Yeah. Provide the fodder, but then again, we have to be
Listen,
good
we're in the
citizens.
car many hours during the day, and I do hear the trauma, really the way people treat a school board member, and it's incredible.
It's
And
true,
that's
yeah.
so volunteer.
So, yeah,
Thank
it's
you, because I was
incredible.
going to say we do not get paid.
It is
I get a
incredible.
good parking spot at the football game. That's it. That's about.
That's
like,
actually
the
a really big
extent.
deal, I think.
Where does everybody find out about your? I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
You're good. I just think it's a great idea, is what I wanted to say, and I'm excited for you because January 10th, it's the sort of downtime, and it's perfect for
New
people
us,
to come
new
out.
year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
Absolutely.
go.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to come, we would love to have you set up anytime.
Sure.
But also everybody here, everybody listening, if this is something that if you know someone, you can probably probably throw a rock in Western Pennsylvania of someone who works for or with the government.
Yeah.
So please gift them a pass to FIPS. It also comes with a day early entry to FIPS on January 9th. So you could actually just walk around because we're not giving you that much time to walk around during the symposium.
Sure, and explore. Yeah.
But yeah.
And so where can, as John said, where can everybody find out more
you can find us at connectgovs.org. And then you'll go to /events and you'll find all the marketing for that.
Well, we need to have you on again because we know that you forgot your junk drawer gift. And that was part, that was part of it. If
I never knew.
If you don't have it, your time is up.
You clearly need some.
You did find something.
It's only because of Leslie Bonsi.
Oh, okay.
I love that Leslie gave you a gift.
Such good care of ourselves. We're not going to need these again.
Wow, you guys are
One
good.
more reminder, we're speaking with Lydia Morin, and you're the Executive Director of the Congress of Neighboring Communities. You have an event coming up January 10th at FIPS. At FIPS. In the meantime, now tell us about your junk drawer item.
Okay, so I would have brought something else, but I love that Leslie
she's such a mom.
Had a bag full of cool stuff, and I was panicked about it before I got on.
I understand.
And she's like, how about this? I was like, you know what? That's great because we're doing Wellbeing.
Love it.
There you go.
And so we get a mask.
Yes,
get a mask.
it's
You
a
have to share
bright
it.
orange. It's like a traffic mask because it's
It really
safety
glows in
orange.
here.
Yeah. In the meantime, our question of the day is I went to the wrong page. Our question of the day is, what would be your favorite Christmas song as we come up to, or holiday song as we come up to the holiday?
I mean, Mean Girls Forever, Jingle Bell Rock. I just did it at karaoke the other day. Jingle Bell Rock. Now we got to do that.
That is going to take it. Keep singing. That'll be our music break. Keep singing. This is Rachel and John. It's your Jagoff Late Night. We're coming back with our favorite Leslie Bonsi.
That's
next.
the Jingle Bell Rock.
Jingle Bell.
Yes, and we have so much holiday shopping to do. Where better to do it than the People's Gas Holiday Market right here in Market Square.
Where you at is Market Square, and there's more places you can go.
And there's a place that you can sing and they don't even realize it's you singing because they have great talent here. I already bought quite a few things. Cute as a dumpling. Did you see the pierogi? I can't say what it is because it'll give away who the gift is for, but there's some great holiday ornaments there. We always stop at the Pittsburgh Irish Festival one. And there's some food and drinks and even wine sampling.
And the Harbaughs always recommend Linda Barnicott. So where are you at, Pittsburgh, for holiday shopping? You are in Market Square, but no, that takes you to
Austria,
Germany,
Ireland,
and of course, of Pittsburgh.
Mancini's Bakery, 97 years in business and still getting better. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram. That's where you will see various Pittsburgh personalities like Gretchen McKay, Super Bowl MVP Santonio Holmes, KDKA's own Mary Hours, and WPXI's Jenna Harner, learning how to make the famous Italian twist bread. Follow Mancini Bakery on Instagram and Facebook, and remember to ask for Mancini's. PittsburghUsedCars.com, with hundreds of used cars across 8 dealerships throughout the city. We provide the greater Pittsburgh area with a premium used car experience. Looking for unbeatable pricing on some of the best used cars in Pittsburgh? Visit Pittsburgh Used Cars Clearance Zone today. We're providing out-the-door pricing on all of our clearance zone inventory. PittsburghUsedCars.com. John and Rachel, you Jagoff Late Night, and we brought back a superstar for this episode because it has been way too long. Leslie Bonsi has been a quarterly guest with us for 2 years, and then life happened, and we didn't see you for, I think it's been 6 months. The last time we saw you was at Marin Patron's baby shower, and that was this summer. So shame on us, but we're so thrilled to have you back on your Jagoff Late Night. And Leslie, what do you think of our new digs? Do you love it here?
I do love this.
Do you love the vibe?
Not so great.
Yeah.
But this one, I really like. There was a lot of parking. It was easy to get here, and I didn't kill myself coming off McKnight Road. It's like, oh my God, there we go.
There you go. Yeah. So you are, as I explained to the group here, you are truly a Pittsburgh legend. Western Pennsylvania, you've done so many different things with so many different health institutes, our sports teams. You have truly encompassed, the journey of doing all of this great health stuff. But what we love most is how candid you are about some of the fads and things like that. What is your latest gripe? And I'm just going to put my microphone down because I have a feeling she can tell us a couple things.
Oh, where do we start? Okay. Raw milk. Hell no. Do not drink it. That is bacteria contamination. Pasteurization is a good thing.
Okay.
I mean, seriously, with that. Seed oils, please. There's nothing wrong with that. Soybean oil, corn oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil, they are fine. So all of the influencers out there that are like taking this to the level of toxicity, please. Meanwhile, drinking a vodka tonic, it's like, I don't think so. Like, no. And, the whole thing about unprocessed is, okay, now, there are some foods that maybe we want to have a little bit less of, but if you drink coffee, I do, that's a processed food. Tofu is a processed food. Chocolate is a processed food. So we have to stop doing all this demonization because it's just making people feel bad. And they're eating the cheesecake anyways. So why are we even having this conversation?
But it's also
So
not
true.
the opportunity to eat double because Leslie said it's okay.
Right, well,
don't have two pieces
John,
of
see, this is the
cheesecake.
way you're interpreting that. That's not what it is. that I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah.
So we've had you on a bunch of times, and you are so candid, as we said, about how you say do this, don't do that. But you're not doing it in a way where you're being demonstrative. You're always very fair in saying it's the holidays. We know that these are the times that we're not really paying as much attention. Is that still a fair statement?
Well, I think first of all, when we say, oh, you could do your recipe a little bit different, as my brother
Sure.
always used to say when doing television things, it's like, oh, you're the Grinch telling everybody to not enjoy their holidays. Well, no, because I don't want to mess with the recipes that I like. Inevitably, they won't turn out that way. Nobody will eat them, and now we have absolutely ruined the holidays. However, a piece of fruitcake is not a whole fruitcake, all right?
Right.
A cookie is not necessarily 25,000 at one sitting.
Yes.
We could give like a little tinier ones for Santa because, he has to fit down the chimney
That's
flue.
right.
And
Yes.
it
There
gets
you
a
go.
little hard when you're stuck in the middle. So, it's still the enjoyment that's there. But it's also taking the time to cherish what it is that we have at this time of the year, and instead of we shove it in as
That's so
fast
true.
as I can.
Yeah.
Some of the things we don't even like. Oh, it's sitting out there. I'll eat it anyways. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Just why?
Leslie, it's been a while since you've been on, as we said, and I just want to let everybody know, you preach the gospel that I understand because I am a cookie dunker and I'm a chocolate eater.
Literally yesterday,
and all
he
this
said,
kind of
I
stuff.
bought a half a gallon of milk because my son brought cookies home.
He made homemade cookies, but you've made it very practical for my family comes and they're vegetarian and are vegan and they're coming to holiday. So you gave me a fennel salad that was incredible that I loved. You gave me a recipe for beets that were incredible. Everybody loved them. And then you gave me the beet smoothie, which was like, what happened here other than trying to clean the frickin' blender? That's a tough thing. But I want to tell everybody that you are very, very practical, even to a sweets lover like me.
But you know what? I have to try things out and make them. And if it doesn't pass my taste bud test, I'm not going to make those recommendations. There's a lot of stuff out there. And oftentimes when people think eating healthy, what do they equate that with? No taste. Oh, it's good for me, but I'm gagging it down. It's like, well, no, that's not healthy. That's ridiculous. So, that in the middle, right? Finding the things that you enjoy. It has to be that way.
Yeah.
So typical John and Rachel. Today we were in the car most of the time as usual, and he said, I'm starving. And I said, oh, I brought a few things. And
it was like 11 o'clock, and I had not eaten anything yet, not even before I left my house. She goes, oh, I have these great bag of carrots. And she just pulls out carrots. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
You said it was a good thing.
Yeah, I might have something in my
I'm
but
sure.
I think probably roasted soybeans, so I don't know that that's going to work for you. I'm just saying.
But Leslie, we do talk about fads, and you are very, very open about the fact that they're simply that. They're fads. But is there something that has maybe sparked interest or in the news lately that you say, well, I can see some truth to that, or something that you haven't debunked but maybe got behind?
This has been the year of the F word, and we
boy.
can fill that in as much as we
Yikes.
want, however we want. But, it really is about fiber, which is finally, it's a good thing.
Yep.
That's a good fad to rally behind, which does not mean something we buy off the shelf in the pharmacy. There's lots of places within the grocery store to find that, coupled with people saying, oh, I have to watch my carbs. It's like, hello, that's where fiber comes from. It doesn't come from meat. So, thinking, and that's more what we include. because those foods not only good for here, good for the gut, but they take up room in the gut. So it's the fill up, not fill out, because that's what we're going to be seeing, right? Not January 1st, because people are still doing whatever. By the 2nd is maybe they're thinking about it. By the 3rd, it's okay, bring it on. But it has to be enjoyable, because otherwise by the 4th, done, and we're back to the ice cream, whatever
And all
else
the
it is.
things,
Oh,
yeah.
there's a few cookies left. There it is.
Yes. Yeah.
It is so true.
That
And
was the
five.
perfect
John,
noise.
I'm not
That was-
naming names.
No,
Oh.
that was the perfect noise that I make around 1 o'clock in the morning with the last 4 cookies. Yes.
No, but it is true, because recently some things that I've gone through, and I told you off air that, fiber is one of those things, but it is true that you can have too much fiber, correct?
You can, but you're more likely for that to be an issue if somebody says, oh, I'm just going to take these fiber gummies and it tastes like a gumdrop, so let's have the whole bottle. Danger. Or, just doing a fiber supplement because you don't take it with enough water. But most
Yes.
people are not going to sit down to an entire head of broccoli at one time. They're not going to do that. If you have a kale salad, it's a salad in a bowl, not a 5-quart mixing bowl. So we're less likely to overdo with food than we might be when we take it in some other way.
So less supplements, more real foods. There, fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
F
I'm
word, the
learning
food
that.
word.
The F
There it
word.
is.
Yes.
Yes.
I knew that's
Yeah.
what
She
you
dropped
meant. You
the
would never
F-bomb
say
right
another
there,
word
right?
like that.
No, it was awesome.
Leslie, where can people find out more about you? You have videos, you have tutorials, you have just speaking opportunities on social media regularly. Where can they follow
My
you?
website is activeeatingadvice.com, and my most favorite, I did a video last week with Elphaba and Glinda. Yes,
saw
so
it.
yes, hey, you have to. And now Pumpkin Pie will have props to play with when she comes to town next week. It's great. I
I'm a
would have
witch.
worn the
I'm a
hat,
witch.
but I left it
Yes.
at home. Oh my God. Anyway,
Right.
The bad witch, of course. Hello. Would you expect any differently? Come on.
I love that. Did you see Wicked?
Yes.
Oh my God. Did you love it? If
I
you didn't,
did.
don't
And you know
answer.
what? I'm defying gravity, which means that I'm holding everything up here.
Oh my
That's
God.
my defying.
I'm the guy in the room, and I'm not going to describe for the audio portion of this what just happened.
That's the next
you
song
need
we're
to
gonna
go
sing.
watch the video. Is where you need to go. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Let's go with our question of the day first. Favorite holiday song? Do you have one? Hey, favorite holiday song?
The Little Drummer Boy.
Oh.
I love
Standard.
that.
That's
You know,
Rum,
called
rum. Get the whole room
Rap-a-pum-pum.
going.
There it is.
Rum. All right.
And since you were supplying gifts for everybody else, do you have a gift
Anything
from your
left
junk drawer?
for the
Yes,
junk
I
drawer?
always have things left, always. And so these are healthy fats and at. Because here we are in Pittsburgh. They're pins. They're
Oh
fat
my
pins
God.
with
Pins.
salmon and avocado. Listen,
Leslie.
dietitians have lots of fun things in our drawers.
Junk-
these
I
are-
get you.
Yeah,
These are
business
4
drawers.
pins for those listening to the audio part. It's salmon, it's avocado, it is nuts,
Nuts.
walnuts, and what's the yellow
What is
one?
that? Corn? No.
Oh, no, it's a bottle of olive oil.
Oh, bottle of olive
of
oil.
course
it's
it
not
is.
vodka.
John, another thing I have to tell you before we go is that I have been eating full avocados. Like I peel it like an orange and literally go pop the little pit out, and John's like, and this is fun. But it is. It's good for your gut. There you go.
It is good for
You hear
your
it from the
gut.
best.
It's good for your heart.
There you
Leslie
go.
Bonsi, we are so thrilled to have you back. We're going to bring you back quarterly. Thank you so much for joining us. And we are going to get our musicians next. And please make sure you are checking out our Jeet Jets and our Where Ya Ats, thanks to People's Natural Gas this time. Stay with us on your Jagoff Late Night.
You line up the square with the square, right? Fill this dough. Fill it up. We need to do more.
Well, you know, my grandmother always said, you make them as you are.
There you go. You're good.
That's why, see, then she makes that face that I want to shove her head onto the, like this. So every Christmas and Easter, we make ravioli, and I call on the same crew. Cousin Lisa, look up and say what up. Hey. In case you don't know her. Connie, also known as Chuch.
What up?
My daughter Addie, who you've seen quite a bit, and my mom.
Pound of ground meat and probably 4 pounds of ricotta and tons of Parmesan cheese.
I'm Scott Baker, president and founder of 5 Generation Bakers. You probably know us for our famous Jenny Lee swirl bread. We know Jenny Lee is delicious on its own, but we want to answer this question. How do you swirl with Jenny Lee?
Welcome to People's Clean Hydrogen Pilot Program. Here sits no ordinary container. It's a drop-in unit that transforms natural gas into clean, cost-effective hydrogen that can provide you with affordable, safe, and reliable energy with as few emissions as possible, removing carbon and making a product, not a pollutant. So no, it's no ordinary box. It's a powerful decarbonization tool, and just one of the ways Peoples is innovating the future of energy.
It's Rachel and John, your Jagoff Late Night. You know, we always tribute to local music. And every episode we do this, we have Emma and Joey here. And first of all, welcome to your Jagoff Late Night.
Thank you for having us.
You're a lot younger than most of our guests. And we're like, so you had nothing else to do on a Friday night? No, but so welcome to the podcast. We appreciate this.
Thank you for having us.
And all right, so tell us a little bit about your music.
So I started writing music when I was in high school, and kind of like rock and roll music, and now I've moved towards more folk and country with the new waves of Zach Bryan and Noah Kahan. But my sister Emma, she's always been singing, and she's been denying. We say, you got to record something, you got to start playing. She's always like, no. And then last year, she finally broke out of her shell. So we're so happy that she's doing that finally.
Okay, so what was that like? So let me tell you, before you answer that, I was sort of stalking you because I'm clearly friends with your dad on Facebook. And so I saw that you guys were performing. I was like, this is fantastic. So you looked like a seasoned pro. I would not have guessed that. What made you want to finally kind of come out and sing?
I think seeing Joey and my dad do it, I kind of got a little jealous at one point. I thought it looked cool, but I was just too scared to do it. But after they pushed me to finally do it, then he wrote a song for me, kind of sat in our phones for a little bit, and then I was like, okay, fine, I'll record it. So then I did, and now I just like, I enjoy doing it.
Did you write? Did you write it for her, like with her in mind?
Yeah, so she called me.
I'm playing this back for my kids. Go ahead.
She called me my freshman year of college. I'm a junior now, and she said that I had this dream that I was singing at Heinz Field, and it was a song called Me and My Boots, and everyone was chanting my name. She said, if you write it, I'll record it. So I went, and that night I wrote the song and sent it back to her, and she loved it. And then she was like, yeah, I'm not going to record it. So then that's why it sat on the phones for about a year, and then here we are now.
Hey, this brother-sister act worked for Billie Eilish, right? So
exactly.
Let's have that in Pittsburgh. So, so were you a closet kind of shower car singer?
Yeah.
And your brother heard you, so he knew sort of your range?
Yeah, they all, like, we used to record like little Christmas songs with our cousins every year, and they kind of just knew from that. They were like, oh, she can sing, but I would never do it in front of anyone, and then I was too scared. But finally, I now do it.
Broke it out,
and we're happy that you do. So we're super excited. You have a lot of gigs coming up, as you said, in the new year. So they can follow you guys on social media. Where can they follow you so that they can learn more about your music?
My socials are just Emma Waterick.
Mine are just Joey Waterick.
Oh, that's so easy.
Yeah.
And we will obviously have that in the show notes so that everybody can follow along. And what's the song that you guys are going to do for us?
It's called Me and My Boots.
It's that one.
It's that
yes,
song.
It is that song.
Right. So we're going to let you guys prepare. In the meantime, we're going to go to our 412 dues from Discover the Burgh, Jeremy and Angie. All you need to know for the next week.
Hey everyone, Jeremy and Angie from Discover the Burgh here, and we are bringing you the 412 dues for the week. Now, Angie, next week's Christmas.
It is.
I always love this time of year. But, as with all things, the season is coming to a close with Christmas. So a lot of the, cool holiday experiences we have going on in the city are winding down for the year. One of our favorite events, the Laser Light Show at North Park, their last day is on the 23rd. A lot of the pop-up bars in the city are kind of winding down for the season. Krampus Island, the kind of crossover event by Hidden Harbor at their sister bars, ends on the 26th. Thankfully, some of the other pop-up bars like Sip and Santa and Miracle Bar are here till New Year's Eve, but if you want to check out some of those kind of holiday bars, you only have a few days left. There's other holiday things that are kind of winding down as well as we get closer to Christmas, right?
Of course, yeah. So if you're in the mood to check out a show, there's, of course, a bunch of seasonal things going on downtown. So, of course, we have the Nutcracker that's going on till the 27th. There's the Hallmark Holiday Pops going on, and of course we also have the musical Christmas Carol going on until the 23rd. So, and also while you're downtown, if you're not interested in checking out a bar or a show, you can also check out the holiday market, of course, in Market Square. So it's always a great time to do some last minute shopping, get some snacks, get some hot cocoa.
That's going through Christmas Eve, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then as we get to Christmas, something cool this year is Steelers are playing at home on Christmas Day. They're taking on Kansas City. It's actually probably going to be one of the toughest games of the year. But if you want to do something fun on Christmas Day, you can head over to Acrisure and check out the game in person, which is always a lot of fun. We watch it on TV, but it's always great for Christmas Day activity.
Yeah,
What
or
else?
if you're looking for something else to do on Christmas Day, one cool thing that we have noted that's been open kind of regularly on Christmas is one of our favorite breweries in the city, Allegheny City Brewing. So they traditionally do like a deep fried turkey and pierogies, and we've heard that it's kind of turned into sort of a potluck over the past couple of years. So if you're in the mood to just hang out with other people, maybe not your family, or with your family, check it out.
Yeah, yes to both. Also, the other great thing going on this weekend is it's the winter solstice. So, we think about winter activities now as it's starting to get colder. One of the things I look forward to every year is going skiing in the Laurel Highlands. Angie, not so much.
No.
But I love our resorts in the Laurel Highlands. Seven Springs and Hidden Valley have been open for the last week or two. Hidden Valley is actually starting full-time weekly operations starting today, and Laurel Mountain is actually open starting today as well. And Laurel Mountain is actually, if you haven't been, it's one of the coolest ski resorts because it's an inverted mountain, which the lodge is on the top of the mountain, and then you just ski down. And Laurel Mountain actually has one of the steepest skiable slope in Pennsylvania. I will never do that. Angie will probably not even get close to it.
No, I can't even see it. It will terrify me.
No, I'll stick to the greens and blues, but it's a beautiful resort, and if you like to ski, they're open starting today as well. So that's it for us this week. We're Jeremy and Angie from Discover the Burgh, bringing you the 412 News, and we just want to wish everyone Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Merry Christmas.
I'm Emma Waterick.
And I'm Joey Waterick.
And this is Me and My Boots. Waiting all week to go out. Curl my hair, throw on some Dolly and sit on the couch. They picked me up right around 8. They said 7, but they're always late. Tonight the girls are going downtown. We danced all night. Then he caught my eye. From the way that he kissed me and the way that he left, falling in love. And the bartender said, the number on the napkin ain't good for you, but I'm tired of just being me in my boots. He was everything Mama warned me about. From his long black hair or his name being thrown around town. The DJ plays Taylor while he plays his games. He swears up and down, this ain't a phase. Ain't nothing new, so I won't let my guard down. We talk all night, but I still can't shake those damn butterflies from the way that he kissed me and the way that he left. I should've took what the bartender said. Looks like I've got some thinking to do, but I'm tired of just being me in my boots. took down the number anyway. I called him up and we had a few dates. Guess all this time that bartender was wrong. From the way that he kissed me and the way that he left. And last Saturday, those 3 words that he said. The number on the napkin went to good use from a boy that loves me. Get my boots. Me get my boots.
All right, that is awesome. You have a resounding applause from the audience here. Joey, you might want to grab that mic because we do have our questions.
All right.
First of all, our question of the day. Do you guys have a favorite holiday song? And you can both
that
answer the
one,
question.
right?
Right.
I think mine would be Last Christmas.
Oh,
that's a
okay.
good one.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go "Christmas Baby, Please Come Home" by Darlene Love. That's my favorite.
good one.
Wow. How about that? All right.
Ah.
And then, of course, the other staple is junk drawer items. Do you have a junk drawer item?
It's sort of the gatekeeper to get even on the show.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you both brought one.
Yes.
All right. We have a wrist. What does it say?
It's Carrie
Oh,
Underwood's
Carrie Underwood
core
wristband?
Wristband.
Did you go?
I did. It
And
was
do you have a
few
bunch
years
of
ago.
them? I love it.
Yeah.
And we get one.
Nice.
Here, hand this. That's the guitar pick that I use.
I love when we get the guitar pick.
Should he throw it to the crowd?
No, because
we keep it.
When he
No.
is more than Pittsburgh famous, we're going to say we
That's
knew
right.
him when. You guys, thank you so much for joining
Thank
us.
you. Thank
you for having
so
us.
appreciative of having you. And it's so important to support local musicians like these guys. They're doing such great things, so check them out. Follow them on social media. And thank you to all of our guests who were on today.
Bonnie DeMotte, Executive Director
Say
of
it
Second
right.
Harvest. DeMotte.
Yes, 'cause
and
we were
Leslie
worried.
Bonsi, of course, we love having Leslie here. And Lydia Morin, Executive Director of helping mental
Connect.
health of all of our politicians, I guess you'd say, community servers.
Yeah.
And
I
of course,
appreciate that you were so worried for me. So thank you.
Listen, I sit through it every day. I hear it.
This
I hear
is
it.
our last episode. We are taking our 2 weeks off until 2025. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you back here at 5 Foster Plaza every Friday for happy hour in January of 2025. Have a good night.